Hello, welcome back. If you've visited me before, my name is Tanis. I'm a multi-crafter, mainly a knitter. I'm certainly a knitter today. That's all I'm going to show you today, that's for sure. Down at the south coast of the UK, sort of down towards Portsmouth kind of way. Thanks so much for spending a bit of time with me. Oh, it is super hot today and I feel like I look as rough as anything, and I was in two minds about whether I was going to actually record anything or not, because I've been in the grumps today. Terrible grumps. I think I might need to replace our carpet. We've got a carpet cleaner, but we realised it was all sort of gunged up, so instead of it cleaning the carpet, we think it's been actually redistributing gunge through the carpet, and I've cleaned it so far this week, and well, we're on Monday, so over the last few days I've cleaned the carpet 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and the water's still coming out brown. So I don't know, I'm going to carry on doing it once a day, see how we get on. But I don't really want to buy a new carpet, but I might have to. Anyway, so that's what's giving me the grumps. And also, I finished reading, at last I finished reading Shuggie Bain, which I don't think did anything to improve my mood, because it's a really well written book. It won the Booker and all that jazz, which I'm sure you know about. But man, it is a depressing book. Like, there is no happy ending. You kind of hope towards the end, I'm sorry if this is a spoiler for anyone, you kind of hope that something magical will happen and everyone will live happily ever after. And, you know, some people do find a way to a sort of happiness, but there is no happy ending in this book. It just is unrelentingly grim, all 400 pages of it. So, yeah, I'm not sure I would recommend it to anyone. I think you've got to be in a really mentally robust state of mind to read it. So I should have shown you that while I was wittering on, shouldn't I, really? There we go. I'm sure you know it. It won the Booker in 2020. So, I mean, I don't keep up with the trends of books that have just been released and what have you. I'm very bad at all that stuff. So yeah, it is a good book. It's just, I think it sapped my humour quite significantly. But the good things that have happened this week, we went to Gunwharf Quays, which is a shopping outlet down in Portsmouth. We're about 10-15 minutes away from there, and I love Gunwharf. It's just a really nice place just to wander around, even if you don't buy anything. But they've opened an Oliver bonus discount shop, and it's the only thing really, one of the very few things I miss about commuting into London for work is I do like, when your train's delayed or what have you, a little pootle around the Oliver bonus shop. There's always full of like little trinkets and things you can buy. So I mean, I love a little dish and things to put, like if I'm sewing, to put pins in, and or you know, what have you. So I've got this one. It's a little resin dish. I just like this bright orange with this funny lilac-y. I'm not massively keen on the funny lilac-y colour, but I do like this bright yellow in the middle. Made me think a bit like bit of egg. It's like egg yolk orange, isn't it? If you've got, you know, if you call those happy eggs. And I mean, there are other things. I'm not going to bore you with all my purchases, but look at this. Oh, it's like a little jewel. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm just going to keep it. It's glass. It's just like a little dish for putting whatnots in. And I don't know what knots I'm going to put in there. It's definitely what not, or what maybe, I don't know. But the light catches it. I've got it sitting on my desk, my work desk here, which you're sitting on, and I just really like looking at it. It's really pretty and I love it. So that was good. That's made up for a bit of Shuggie Bainness, isn't it? Right, I hope you're all doing well in this hot weather. I'm melting a bit. I'm not very good with it, but I don't know if it's being a redhead. I say I'm a redhead, but it's fading fast. I've been described as blonde a few times by people in the last few years, which was, I just got sort of look at them baffled. I don't identify as blonde. A faded red, I suppose I identify as. It used to be really strong, like quite orangey red, really like not as orange as that, but not far off it actually. It used to be quite a good strong colour, and it's just gradually leached out of my head over the years. Oh well. Right then. What have I got to show you that I've made? Oh, I finished something. I did finish something. Why have I written bags on there? I've shown you those bags. I finished my yellow shorty socks. I do feel like they need a bit of a high kicking song sing along. I cast these on. Oh my god, they're so nice. Let's, before we go any further, let's just all hail the loveliness of these. The grey is just a bog standard West Yorkshire Spinners signature, might be called dove grey or light grey or something like that. But the yellow, oh look at all those speckles. Oh, it's so fine. She's so fine, she blows my mind. Hey Mickey. It's my brother-in-law's birthday the other day and he's called Mick. I think it was dye candy, and I think it was called something like News of the World, or it was something to do with news break, don't know, but it was a limited edition that she done up especially for a local yarn shop, Handmade Studios, which is in Petersfield, which is a very, very lovely town, and I haven't been there for ages and I need to go, don't I? Anyway, that was the yarn. I striped it with the grey because I just thought, I don't know, I just really like doing stripes. And the yellow that I've used for the toes and the cuffs is a random mini, and I've totally forgotten who that's from. But I'm so pleased with those. I did Afterthought heels, which I'm no longer in love with. That's the only downside. I'm back on heel flap and gusset as my preference at the moment, but these are perfect for wearing with you know, like Vans or Converse or what have you, which is exactly what I wanted. I can't tell you how delighted I am with those. I'm not sure, I haven't weighed it yet. I've got my little scale here, but it would be rude to do it now, wouldn't it? That's how much I've got left of that yarn. Tons of it. I reckon I can make another pair of socks out of that. I'm quite tempted. It doesn't suit me though, does it, that yellow? I'd like a Sophie scarf or something out of that, but I don't think there's going to be enough. Or like in a shawl, somewhere where it's going to kind of pop a bit. I've brought out, I've got this sitting here looking at me, this West Knits Best Knits. Thinking, you know, because his yarn allowances always make it sound like you need like a ton of something, don't they? And then you always end up with absolutely tons left over. So I'm not sure. I feel a bit like it might make a nice dotted raise. Where is it? Oh, you're gonna die of boredom before I get to it. Oh, quick, Lord help us. A doodler would be nice actually. Could have it as the end bit. Don't want a doodler though. Don't really, oh, it is nice though, the doodler, isn't it? Yeah, that is a doodler, isn't it? Is it? Yes, it is. Oh, get me. Yeah, here we are. Here's ye oldie dotted rays. You can tell it's not a pattern by look how young he looks. He looks about 22. What is he now? It's probably like 35. Tops. Sorry if I'm insulting you, Mr. West, guessing your age. I shouldn't guess ages, I'm really bad at it. But look, he's done striped versions and stuff. And I do really fancy a dotted rays. I'm not sure if that's going to highlight that yarn enough. I might just do a pair of vanilla shorty socks. Or I'll just split it, see if I've got enough. Well, I might just make another pair of socks because they'll just be a happy thing to look at, won't they? So that's that, or I could add it in to my Lissington lines. That's a not bad idea, isn't it? That is not a bad idea, Smith, if I say so myself. Now, what did I do with that? I thought I brought that bit of paper up. I did not. Ah. Should I go and get it? Hold on. Didn't need to pause you. It was literally right there. Oh, sitting on the bed waiting for you. So. Oh no, I brought the wrong one up. Oh, I brought the pattern up for a totally different design. But it's the same company, Knitterish Designs. And I'm doing the Lissington Lines jumper, which is like a solid colour, and then there's bands of colour, and you can use up all your odds and ends, or like an advent or something, and it's like a tunic length, so you could wear it, you could make it a bit longer, it's up to you, and you could make it into like a knitted dress. They had a load of them, well not a load, they had several of them hanging up on the stand at last year's Southern Wool show. And let me tell you, it was getting a lot of attention because it was the finest thing. I can't remember what colour she had, a cream one, which looked absolutely lovely. But I don't really wear light colours with the busty situation. I like to try and tamp it down if I can with darker colours. Having said that, here I am. Look at it, I'm sure I've made the size too big. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, look at that. So you just use up all your odds and ends in stripes. And then I'm on the body now. So I've split the sleeves, rejoined again. I'm on the body bit, and I'm literally about to start the next load of stripes down your body. So this is down to now, this is down to about my natural waist. Probably would like it a bit longer than that, really. Might do. I'm going to have a little measure up later and see how much longer I can do it, because I've got plenty of this navy yarn to do it bigger if I want. And I might chuck that yellow in with my stash of colours I'm using for that, because the pattern says to repeat the colours like over the sleeves and stuff, which I will, but the ones that go around the bottom, do I need to repeat those? Yeah, maybe. Anyway. The yarn I'm using is just like a random mixture of bits and bobs, odds and ends. But the navy is, oh, it's called Colour 25. But it's the King Cole Anti-Tickle Merino, which you get on a big old cone. I think you get 500 grams on the cone, and I don't need anywhere near as much as that for the old Lissington Lines. If I remember, I'll put Lissington Lines on the screen, but I'll put it in the description box. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I think it's on Ravelry, but I'm pretty sure she's got her own website. Might be better to go for it to her own website. And I'm hoping, I think she might be at the Southern Wool show again this year. I hope so, anyway. I still haven't actually decided whether I'm going to go or not. I do really want to go, but also don't want to go and spend all my money and then have to buy a new carpet. So I've got some self-striping yarns that I might or might not put in. I feel like that might be a bit of a waste of them, and they are Dragon Hill Studios, which is my favourite self-striping yarn dyer. But I've also got like, oh, I love this so much. That was an I knit or dye, which comes up beautifully. So I'm going to chuck that in. There's another bit of a Dragon Hill Studios that I might not. Oh, I've got 4 of those. I've got 4 Dragon Hill Studios bits left in there. I've also got a ton of bits and bobs left over from something else I did. Oh, from my lovely, do you remember my Aurora Hunter shawl I did? Oh my goodness, I love that so much. Yeah, I've got all the bits and bobs from that, so I'm going to put that in there. Yeah, and I'll use those. I won't use those Dragon Hill Studios yarns for that. I'll just keep those for socks, I think. Oh, there were some beautiful colours in there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to use that. Add those in. So yeah, that's my next project that I'm kind of concentrating on, that I want to get done next. So I've kind of pulled that out to work on in the evenings, even though it's dark. But the dark yarn's not so great when you're watching TV, because understandably the mister's not massively keen on me having every light in the house blazing when he's trying to watch a thriller or whatever. It's not very atmospheric, is it? I'd have the light blazing 24/7, to be honest. I like a light. Other than that, oh, I've been on the hairbands like Billy-O. And Oz, you know, sometimes you just feel like you're completely wasting your time. But I'm not doing them for now for a heat wave, am I? I'm doing them for autumn, winter, and I've got to just be strong and behave myself and build up a stock. And not allow myself to be pulled on something else. Oh, I was going to tell you how long I've been making those socks, you know. Those stripy socks. Oh, because I am not a finisher. I'm a caster honor. I'm not a finisher. And I don't really mind not finishing things, but it does amuse me when I cast things off, because I've got like this little notebook I got from the works, which is my sock book, which I note down things that do and don't work about whatever socks I've made. So these ones, I cast them on the 9th of June 2024, and I cast them off 14 months later. 14 months and 1 day later, on the 10th of August 2025, and they're only shorties. I bet Kayla Litton could have knocked those out in a weekend, couldn't she? I'm not Kayla. I don't aspire to that level of greatness. She's a fast knitter, but she puts the work in, doesn't she? She has like a system, and she concentrates on doing them, where I'm just flitting about all over the place, doing a bit on this, doing a bit on that. I'm having a lovely time. Oh, you know, I said I was in a filthy mood, and I wasn't going to record because I thought it's a bad time to record, isn't it, when you're in a filthy mood? But then I was looking for something in my handbag. Well, I was looking for my little project notebook, and I really remembered I've been into Home Bargains unguided. Now, I don't know about you, but if I go in a shop like Home Bargains on my own, like the brakes are off, I'll just buy random stupid things, which is exactly what happened in Oliver Bonus. But when I'm with someone, I'm much more sensible in my purchases. I just don't give in to just whims. I just think it's almost like I don't want to embarrass myself with the sort of random stuff I do on my own. But oh, I haven't had these for ages. I bought a packet of munchies. Oh, I know, in my little pocket in my handbag, my little secret treats pocket. And I found them, and I thought, well, that's the afternoon perked right up, isn't it? So when I finish with you, I'm going to go downstairs, and even though it's boiling hot, I'm going to make myself a lovely massive mug of coffee, and I'm going to sit and I'm just going to pick all of those munchies one after another, and I'm going to have a lovely time. And I'm going to call that an afternoon well spent. I've got orders to finish, to pack up, to post tomorrow. Well, I could post today. I could post them both today, really. I could pack them both up and post them today, but I'm not, because I've decided it's more important for me to eat those munchies. I probably will pack up those orders and post them. There's a post box at the end of the road. I just don't want to walk into town when it's boiling hot. It's like a 25-minute walk, and a lot of it's uphill. It's like very uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill. So it's not like if you do the pain of walking into work, walking into town, you get an easy ride coming home. Because coming home, there's still a steep bit you got to walk up. Ugh. I think it's worse on the way back. I think there's more uphill on the way back when you're really not in the mood for it. Right, I have finished the front or back. The pieces are exactly the same front and back of my vintage style. This looks horrendous, doesn't it? Wait until it gets on. She hasn't got a name, by the way. She does need a name. When she's on there, you'll see what a smashing thing this is going to be. So I've finished that side. I've got not an awful lot more to do on this side. See, I'm on the neck bit. Then I've just got to join it up. There's my little shoulders. Join up the shoulders. Then you do the armholes. Which reminds me. Whenever I say armholes, I think of my mum. Bear with me on this. My mum didn't swear, never swore, but she did used to replace words that would be swear words with other words. So instead of saying someone was being a complete arsehole, she'd say that they were an armhole. Or sometimes she would, like, you know, like she was a knitter too, so she dropped a stitch or realised she'd failed something up, she'd go, oh, armholes. Oh, she was posher than me too. And she'd go, oh, armholes. So, oh, the word armholes really amuses me. I used to talk like my mum when I was a kid. I did used to talk properly, but then I lived in London for 20 years. And also, I grew up in Essex, where, although I was North Essex, so I'm much more, you know, the accent from North Essex is much more towards East Anglia. Well, it was then, probably isn't now. It was changing even when I was there. Anyway. Oh, armholes. So yeah, I've nearly finished that. If I pulled my finger out, I could have that done this week. Oh. The key phrase there is if I pulled my finger out, isn't it? I should do. So that is it, I think, for the knitting. So the two things I need to concentrate on this week is I've got some hairbands to finish. I want to get some real work done on that Lissington lines. I want to finish that vintage green top. It's a little sleeveless top. It's not here, is it? No. And that's it, really. Oh, you know why I was confused there about bags? I was looking at the show notes from my last one. Such a spanner. Oh dear. Well, apart from that, oh dear, it's the heat. It's the heat. I don't cope. Now, on my current reads, I'm reading The Wisdom of Tea by, I've forgotten who it's by, but that's on Audible, and that's, I'll put it in the doodles. That is about the Japanese tea ceremony, and a woman and her friend who, as quite young women, just as a sort of as a hobby, her mum talks her into going and learning the tea ceremony from her friend, and it's so massively complicated, and she's sort of fighting against it at the start, but it's starting to click with her now. But it's absolutely fascinating. I don't really understand any of the terms, but I'm trying to visualise what's actually happening. And when they're talking about different utensils, I don't know what they are. But the imagination is working hard. So I'm also listening. I'm listening to that on as an audiobook. I'm reading this. My copy is very old and manky looking. It came from a charity shop and it's sat on my shelves for years, and it's not improved it. Gentlemen and Players by Joanne Harris, who I think, did she write that Water for Chocolate or something? She was famous for something or other, wasn't she? And it's about I've not read very much of it. I'm on like page 39. It's about St Oswald's, a long-established boys' grammar school in the north of England. New Year's big car has started, and it looks like it's all going to kick off with like sort of school politics wars and stuff. But I think someone ends up getting murdered at some point, so that's another little thing I can check off on the Louise Tilbrook's book bingo, isn't it? Which I'm not doing very well on. But this is good, and I'm reading it, you know, with my eyes, but I'm also listening to it on audiobook too, so that I can read it more quickly, really. That's the only reason. Because the Wisdom of Tea book, that's about 4 or 5 hours on Audible all told, so that won't take me very long to get through. And then that means, like, when I'm walking into town, I can listen to my book as well as read it when I'm at home, which is very handy. So that's that for that. I'm watching Harlots. I'm quite behind with that. I'm watching it on catch up. So good. It's really funny and obviously very rude, but it's good fun, and it's quite pantomime-y, really, I guess. But oh my goodness, the costumes are so beautiful. Oh, I can't. I just love them. I love them, and I think I could probably watch it with the sound off and just get just as much out of it. Not in that way. A bit like I used to watch Sex and the City with the sound off sometimes, just have it sort of playing in the background, because the clothes and accessories were so beautiful, but the storylines used to really irritate me. I used to just kind of want to give them more a good telling off. And stop bringing pots in about. Anyway, I think that's it. I don't know what stopped me from recording that. There wasn't anything to worry about, was there? And now I'm free to eat all of those munchies. Maybe it'd be better if I packed up those snooze first before I ate the munchies, because one of them is white. It's white with silver thread, and clearly I do not want to get chocolate within a mile of that. So I might pack that one up first. Be good, Smith, be good. Right, I think I'm going to be back to see you again in the not too distant at all, because that vintage jumper is pretty much done. Not a lot more to do on that at all. So that will be on the Nameless Wonder over there before you know it. Right then, have a lovely week, and I shall see you again soon, I hope. Ta-ra!